If you're a healthcare worker and you've been quietly losing the battle with your hair for years, I have a bet for you. You're doing at least one of the three things I'm about to name, and nobody has told you to stop. Some of you are doing all three, and I was guilty of this too. So in the next 8 minutes or so, I'm going to walk you through them one at a time and tell you exactly what to do instead. From a nurse who has helped a lot of nurses fix their hair, stay with me. This one is so practical. So last week I did a video on why I picked hair as an online business, and if you missed it, go watch it after this one. That was the why. This is the what to do. No hype, no product pitch, no promises I can't keep. Just 3 specific mistakes I see in healthcare workers' hair care over and over, and the actual fixes. So mistake number 1, and this is a big one that a lot of people don't understand. Yes, you're trimming your damage off, but you're not treating the cause. Here is how this looks in real life. You notice breakage or split ends. You notice dry, strawy ends. You go to the salon. Your stylist trims off 2 inches. You feel better for about 6 weeks. Then it's back. Trim again. Feel better. Back. Trim. Repeat. For years and years and years. Somebody in your life has been doing this. It may be you, and I want to say this gently. Your stylist isn't lying to you. Trimming is real maintenance, but if you're trimming the same damage off in the same spot every 6 months or every 6 weeks, you don't have a damage problem. You have a system problem. And this is why your hair will not grow past a certain length. Something in your routine is creating this damage as fast as you cut it off. The fix is not to stop trimming. The fix is to figure out what's creating the damage and treat that. 9 times out of 10 with healthcare workers, it's a friction zone, the ponytail spot I talked about last week, or it's your ends being dehydrated and never rehydrated. The salon can trim off a symptom. The salon cannot fix the environment causing the symptom. You have to do that at home. So, instead of your next trim, take a picture of your breakage zone, track it for 4 weeks. Notice when new breakage appears. Whatever you did in the 24 hours before the breakage showed up is probably part of the problem. Then you're going to treat the zone with an actual repair product that is meant for your ends. Not a conditioner, not a leave-in, an actual protein or bond repair treatment. Then trim, in that order. So mistake number 2 is using dry shampoo as a lifestyle instead of a rescue tool. Every night shift nurse I know lives on dry shampoo. I get it. I've been you. You get home at 7 a.m. You have 12 hours until the next shift. The last thing you're thinking about is washing your hair. You're thinking about going to bed and getting some sleep. Dry shampoo, ponytail, badge, out the door. The problem is not the dry shampoo. The problem is when it becomes daily, 5 days a week, for months on end, without a real clarifying reset. Here's what nobody's told you. Dry shampoo works to absorb oil at the scalp. What it does not do is it doesn't remove any of the buildup. It just holds it there. Over weeks and months, that buildup, dry shampoo, sweat, dust, product residue, sits on your scalp and blocks those follicles. Your scalp gets angry, your hair thins out because the follicles are congested, and you assume you're just losing hair. You're not, you're just suffocating it. The fix is simple and it costs almost nothing. 2 things. 1, cap your dry shampoo use at 2 or 3 days a week. Not 4, not 5, 2 or 3. If you need it more than that, you need better actual shampoo for your washes, not more dry shampoo. Number 2, once a week, use a clarifying treatment on your scalp. Not a strong sulfate shampoo that strips everything. a scalp-specific clarifying treatment. Your scalp is skin. It needs to actually be cleaned once a week. The way you'd exfoliate your face. If nobody has ever told you to treat your scalp like skin, that is the whole problem right there. Mistake number 3, sleeping on damp hair after a shift. And guys, I was the #1 offender of this. And you know exactly what I'm going to describe. You get home, you're exhausted, you need a shower to feel human. The smell, the germs, the day, you want to get it all off you. So you shower, it's now 8 a.m., you're already half asleep, you throw your hair up in a towel or a bun and you get in bed. You mean to dry it, you don't. You wake up at 3 a.m. with damp, cold ponytail against your neck. That is one of the most damaging things you can do to your hair. And I would bet money that most of you do it 2 or 3 nights a week. Here's why it matters. Wet hair, even damp hair, is up to 3 times more fragile than dry hair. Wet hair stretches, and when you sleep on it, you are pulling on it, folding it, crushing it against a cotton pillowcase for 8 hours. That is not sleep for your hair. That is a workout, and an aggressive one at that, and you never gave it a rest day. The fix has 2 versions depending on how tired you are. Version A, if you have any bit of energy left, dry your hair fully before bed. For me, that wasn't an option because it would take me 45 minutes initially. Rough dry, blow dry, whatever it takes. Not really rough drying though. Get it to 80% dry minimum. Braided or bunned wet hair is not the answer. That's still damp under the top layer. Version B, the tired nurse version. If you are too exhausted to dry it, sleep on a silk or satin pillowcase. Not silky, silk or satin. It reduces the friction against your hair by a huge margin, and it's the one purchase that pays for itself in less breakage within about a month. $20 one time. Save the hair or spend the money on trims. Your choice. Notice something about all 3 of these mistakes. They are not one big dramatic thing you did to your hair. They are 3 small, ongoing things you keep doing quietly that undermine everything else you try, and you're not even realizing it. That's almost always what's happening with healthcare workers' hairs. Not one bad decision, 3 small bad habits on repeat for years. And you usually keep it up, so if it's a little dirty, who cares? The good news, and this is why I put this video together, is that fixing all 3 costs almost nothing. A repair treatment, a clarifying scalp product, a silk pillowcase. That's it. That's the whole starter kit for undoing years of quiet damage. I cannot promise you specific results, and I won't. Everyone's head is different. What I can tell you is that scalp health, length retention, and thickness respond when you stop doing these 3 things. And that most healthcare workers I know are shocked at how much their hair changes within 3 to 4 months of just cutting these habits, and maybe even switching products. So let me tell you what I do. I help women in the healthcare field build a business in the beauty industry so extra shifts become a choice and not a necessity. And I picked hair because these 3 fixes right here, treating the cause instead of the symptom, capping the dry shampoo, protecting the sleep, are the kind of small, honest changes that pay a healthcare worker back tenfold. That's the work I actually love. And I love it because I know it works, because I've done it. So if any of these landed hard, if you just realized you've been trimming your damage off for a decade, or you're a 5-day-a-week dry shampoo nurse, or you're a wet bun to bed girl, which I also used to be, comment start below. Tell me which one hit. I'll follow up, nurse to nurse, about your actual hair and what we can do. You don't have to keep losing this battle. Just comment start, and I will reach out.